Well, welcome back again, everyone. Today we're reviewing Eddie Ortega's next cigar in the Wild Bunch series. This is the cigar for June. This is the Honest Abe, 6.5 by 52. And I don't know, maybe it's just me, but Honest Abe doesn't look so honest. But nevertheless, this is a 6.5 by 52 cigar. There's your density. And there is, after looking at it, it is triple capped. I don't know the exact specs on this cigar. I believe it has an Ecuadorian Habano wrapper and Nicaraguan binder and filler. If I'm incorrect, then so be it. But this is the June cigar of the Wild Bunch series. So let's get right to it. Now, let's examine it first. It's a little bumpy, but not too bad. And it has a little sheen. So let's see what it tastes like. As you may know, Eddie gives a sub-name to each of these cigars, even though they come in one size. This is the Honest Abe Ringmaster. I don't know what that means. All right, here we go. There's your cigar again. The Ringmaster, eh? Good draw. Just that much firmness to it. Just a touch. The first flavors are a very, very sweet, peppery black pepper, and it's an orange, citrus, and cedar combination, and it's just shy of being called rich right away. That's the first flavor, so it's starting out amazingly good. That's where we're going to leave it for now. That's how it's starting, and if it continues this way or even moves a tick upward, wow, that's a good flavor combination there. I like it a lot. It's orange, citrus, and cedar, and it's very, very sweet and has a nice little bit of richness to it, or the beginnings of it. Pepper is very intense, at least a 7, if not an 8 right now. So I want to see where it goes and develops. Honest Abe, starting out nice. Well, I'm about a ½ inch in, maybe 3/4, and the cigar has settled down somewhat. There are other flavors now that we didn't really pick up initially. First of all, the extremely sweet cedar and citrus combination, orange citrus, has actually toned down already. There are some nutmeg notes trying to develop, which doesn't surprise me. There is also some oak notes, leather notes, and earth notes. You get all three of those in varying amounts, but you can detect all three. The pepper is still like it was initially, which is at least a 7, if not an 8, and call it 7.5 if it makes you feel better. The finish is fairly straightforward, of a nice, lightly sweet cream. This nice lingering pepper. The cigar is what I would call medium bodied right now. Would not surprise me if it increased, but So there's where we are with the flavors, and to be honest with you, Honest Abe, it has changed quite a bit from the initial light up. So let's see what happens next. Well, I would say I'm about 2.5 inches in, and the flavors now are, again, it's a little different. Cedar and nutmeg with some sweetness. Quite a bit of leather and earth notes right behind those two. The pepper has been the consistent one, fairly good, at least a 7, 7.5. It lingers nicely on the finish. The finish is still one of a nice cream. I'm picking up a few toasted notes to the cream now. Cigar is medium to full bodied now, and I think that's as high as it's going to go. I don't know if it'll quite reach full bodied. So the flavors are bouncing around a little bit on the front end, and we are 2.5 inches in. Good ways to go. Let's see what happens next. Well, I'm about 4 inches in, about 2.5 left. And the flavors have made a slight modification again. There is pretty much on the front end, you're looking at cedar, a light cedar with very little sweetness, quite a bit of earth notes, and oak. The leather notes have decreased quite a bit. Finish is still that toasted cream, and it's lost some of its sweetness also. So round and round we go. It keeps making these small changes, but that's where we are. 4 inches in, about an hour in also at this point. Well, we're down to the end, so let's wrap it up. We're about 1 hour and 30 minutes in. Flavors are really a lot the same as they were previously. Light cedar, very little sweetness, earth, and oak. And the oak is very prominent. The pepper remained good on both ends. The finish is still one of more of a toasted cream. And the cigar did not surpass medium to full bodied. This cigar has made numerous changes. It started like gangbusters. The first flavors for the first 1/4 inch were amazing. And if I could be so bold as to say, if Eddie could make a cigar like that, oh boy, it would be amazing. But this cigar did make several changes. For me, it lacked a lot when it did change, when it lost the sweetness and it lost, it lost a lot of things. But the cigar has been good. It's typical of what Eddie makes or has made for him. Just lost a lot of things along the way that I would have liked to have seen it gain. So that being said, the cigar being good, I'm giving a score of 89. The Wild Bunch series, every cigar is a little different than the one before. So, and this one is too. This one had a lot of oak notes that popped up, and I don't recall that being in the other 5. So, that's one difference. There you have it. The Ortega Wild Bunch Honest Abe Ringmaster 89.